Hi guys, and welcome back to the Premier Predictor here at the Royal Oak Pub in New Malden. Good to have you back with us. There's a video on screen now. Just going to show you a quick view around the pub. Honestly, it's one of the best pubs in Southwest London in terms of service, food, drinks. It's perfect. I think me and Ross will probably go for a cheeky pint or even some dinner afterwards. So we'll see how that gets on. Before we get into today's video, we're going to go through last week's results. So we're going to just do game week 4 because game week 5 is still filming. So let's have a look and see how Rob got on in game week 4. So as you can see, in terms of the total scores, Rob did beat me 17-16. 1 point in it yet again. I think that's 2 weeks running now. I've been 1 point, but this time I eventually did lose. But if we go through the games, obviously Man United beat Southampton. It's back-to-back wins for them. I think everyone's probably thinking Man United will probably be all right now. We'll see how they get on. Brentford and Everton was 1-1. Brentford probably would have wanted to win that game. Nobody really expected Everton to get anything from that, as you can see from our predictions. Brighton beat Leeds 1-0. Again, we both put a draw, so we probably weren't expecting it, but Brighton are playing very well, apart from up to last night when they lost. But we'll talk about that in the next video. Chelsea-Leicester, again, we both thought Chelsea would win, and they did pretty comfortably. Liverpool-Bournemouth, no one was expecting the 9-0 absolute thrashing. We really needed that after the last couple of games. Been a rubbish start to the season, but hopefully this is the turning point. Another cracking game was Man City Palace. Palace 2-0 up, thinking they might win and stun everyone else, but no, City came back into it. Haaland, who else with a hat-trick? He's too easy for him, absolutely too easy. Arsenal struggled a little bit against Fulham, but they did come away with a win in the end. Luckily I got that score spot on. West Ham got their first points of the season. They beat Aston Villa 1-0. Aston Villa are really not looking good so far this season. A lot of scrutiny under Gerrard at the moment, so we'll see how they get on the rest of the season. Wolves Newcastle, probably thought Newcastle would have won that one, but it was 1-1 in the end. Cracking goal by Alan Saint-Maximin. And the final game, Forest Spurs. Spurs, I think, probably were quite comfortable in the end, but you can never really write Forest off. You just don't know what's going to happen. So, as you can see, Rob did beat me 17-16. We both got one score right. And looking at the current league table, Rob goes straight to the top with 17 points. So we'll see how he gets on the rest of the season. And it's 2 wins and 2 losses so far. So that was last week's. Let's get on to new week with my new guest, which is Ross. Welcome back. I'm joined this week by my good friend Ross, who also happens to be a Liverpool fan. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah, definitely.
Right, so before we do get into the predictions, do in the description below check out my Instagram, check out my Twitter. There's constant updates every week, so go follow it. Right, let's move on to game week. It will be game week 6.
6, yeah, that's right.
First game is Merseyside Derby. Ooh. So what do we think for that?
Everton have been looking too good, I don't think. And we're going to be starting coming off a high, I reckon. I think it's going to be a 3-1. It's at Goodison Park.
Yeah, it is. It's not going to be easy.
But we've won more games at Goodison Park against Everton than they have against us. So I've got a good feeling. Nunez will be back. Yeah. I don't know how much game time he's going to have.
Let's hope he doesn't get sent off in the Merseyside Derby.
Oh yeah, because I mean that's the game where they want to start, being a bit more aggressive, taking him off a bit.
I don't know if he'll start though, because of how well Firmino played.
Nah, but they
Bournemouth.
True, very true. But maybe 60 minutes. Klopp loves to bring on some subs, 60 minutes in, get some fresh feet on.
I mean, they are proving quite difficult to beat at the moment. They drew against Leeds,
they
drew against Brentford. I know they haven't won yet, but they are proving quite tricky to beat. They're quite aggressive and paying off a little bit.
Will it work though?
Long term, maybe not.
A bigger squad, better defending.
Do you think Lampard will be there come the end of the season? I don't think so.
Not if he does the same thing as last year.
We've already had one sacking. Scott Parker's gone after the 9-0.
I still feel bad about him, to be honest. Yeah. That's kind of unfair, but
All right, well, you've gone for 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 on that one. I think it'll be close. Always is, no decide that here.
Yeah.
Unless it's at Anfield, in which case it'll be different. So let's move on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturday. Brentford versus Leeds. What have we gone for that one?
I went for a 2-2, to be honest.
Okay. They are quite draw specialists, these two. They've had a couple of
Yeah, I mean, Leeds have been playing pretty well, I think. Well, at least early on in games. They've, come down like 2-0 half time and stuff. And Brentford I'm only giving Brentford 2 goals because they've got the home advantage. They've got fierce, fiery supporters that will edge them on.
I think I went to the game last night at Palace and they were the better team. I know, Palace had their chances, but Brentford played the better football. They definitely deserved something out of it. So I do think against Leeds, they'll be without Rodrigo, I think. He's injured and Bamford's injured, I think. So I don't think they've got a lot going forward, but then I could be wrong. I've gone for a 1-0 narrow win, Brentford.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Tony probably will get that goal.
Late goal, or
I don't know. Yeah, I think it will be close the whole game.
So far, all of Brentford's goals have been important goals have been in the second half.
Yeah, could be. Could easily be a late penalty or something. I mean, he has not missed a penalty before. So, let's move on to the third game, which is Chelsea versus West Ham. This one's a really difficult one. Really difficult because they're both not playing great. Chelsea just lost. West Ham have just won.
That's true.
Bit of a rivalry there with the fans.
Gallagher will be back for this one, won't he? I think.
No.
Or is it?
He will be
off suspension.
Southampton.
Yeah. Again, there's been a few top clubs I feel have a bad start this season.
Yeah.
Chelsea, West Ham being one of them.
I think Chelsea will edge it still.
Yeah, I mean that's at home, right? That's Stanford.
I think. I mean, I've gone 1-0. I think it'll be cagey.
I mean, it's against West Ham. It's going to be cagey. I went 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
I feel like West Ham will be trying a little bit harder for this game.
Yeah.
They're the bottom of the table right now.
They'll be high off for a win, and I think it won't be easy for Chelsea.
No.
I know they've just signed Fofana, 70 million, something crazy.
Jesus, that's
save that for another debate video.
Yeah.
An absolute crazy amount. Right, Newcastle Palace is the next one.
Ooh,
it's quite a tricky one.
Yeah, I'm unsure about Newcastle at the moment. They've had last season, especially beginning of this year, after last season, they didn't lose a game.
No, they've been really good.
I mean, their points wise, if they played like that for the entire season, they'd probably be contending for the title. But this season, I think they're underperforming.
And now they've got lots of injuries.
Yeah, exactly. And
key players, Wilson, I think Guimaraes is out. I think Trippier is out now.
And they're dropping their well. I say that they're playing well against big teams, like 3-0 against Man City. Any team's proud for that against Man City, but dropping again against teams that you should be winning if you want to win the Prem.
I think with Palace, watching them yesterday, actually defend really well.
Yeah.
Even though they might not be a better footman team, they do defend well, and they kept Brentford out for most of the game.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've gone for a draw.
Same. I went 2-2.
I've gone for a goalless draw.
Oh really? Oh okay.
No, I don't think there'll be goals at all. I think it'll be two teams defending well. I don't think that either team have got a lot going forward.
I do feel like Palace do ride on Zaha too much.
Yeah, he is their star man. Yesterday, it's there's not really anyone else that's
there's a few teams like that this season, and then it's going to be a real struggle to kind of even predict any of this stuff based on any of them get injured.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to that team? You've got Fulham. Man City's not much of a problem on Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace and Fulham are doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with.
Let's see. Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth, both promoted teams.
I think it's going to be the most boring game of the season.
It probably will be. Bournemouth don't want to lose again, or they don't want to get battered again.
Yeah, and Nottingham Forest are kind of unpredictable, especially against big teams. They sometimes can be like giant killers, but.
So what do you think on this one, Anne?
I'm only giving the home advantage.
1-0?
Going for a 1-0. Bournemouth, the morale's low. They're getting smashed left, right, and centre. They lost the manager, who I think was doing okay with them. He got them up pretty well. That's the only reason why I'm giving them 1-0.
I think I've gone 2-0. I think Forest fans are way up there. They need a home win. They need some points now.
Right.
And they are a better team to Bournemouth. They are a better side.
They've got
good signings.
I didn't really watch them last season in the Championship.
They're very entertaining. Entertaining team to watch, and especially with their new signings. As long as they gel well together, that's the only problem sometimes. If you sign so many players, no one knows how each other plays. There's no takes a while.
I haven't seen much of Lingard yet either, to be honest.
He's not really showing up.
Don't know whether it's because he's not being fed the ball well, or
he's used to teams
being
Man
good.
United, West Ham, but play to his strengths. Maybe they're not playing to his strengths. I don't know.
Takes time.
Yeah. Let's move on to next game, which is Spurs Fulham. So.
This is going to be my favourite game this week, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the one which everyone should at least watch, or at least view the highlights, because both teams are doing really well.
Yeah, one of them surprising everyone,
Yeah,
really surprised people. Even last night they won 2-1 against Brighton.
Who also been playing pretty well. Yeah, no, for sure. And same as Spurs, all of them are in the top. I think Fulham's top 5 now, I believe. As is this filming.
Mitrovic is playing well. So, we go back to our debate video at the start of the season.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll run that clip now.
Check the description.
What about Mitrovic? Do you think he'll get the goals that he's done in the Championship?
I've said to you before, he's an incredible Championship striker, but
not good enough.
He's not good enough for the Prem. He's very good, but you look at the speed of fullbacks, centre-backs, everything nowadays, he's not got it. If you put 2 men on him,
he's where do you think your goals coming from then?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about.
Penalties.
I think there's no one there.
Even if you do have him, he's not going to get goals.
He didn't. Well, I can't remember what he got last Prem. It wasn't.
It was like 8.
Single figures. Remember he scored the weird, sort of dodgy from the floor header against Tottenham. And I thought he's going to have a golden season, but no.
It's the following year though, when he's back in the Championship.
He's going to be. But the thing is, that last season was.
I was going to say, is there anything in the fact that he scored so many goals last season, ridiculous number of goals, and perhaps maybe that can translate into?
I hope so, because that last season was honestly, it has to. There's no other thing. We don't have anyone to fall back on.
So Mitrovic definitely playing better than a lot of people were expecting.
To be honest, before I haven't really watched much of Fulham until they played Liverpool, and I was like, oh no, he's one to look out for.
Yeah,
still concerned about, if he gets injured, Fulham could just drop off completely. You look at how many goals he's got. Is that on 8 now? Or was it 8 last year? I'm unsure. But he scored majority of goals for Fulham right now.
Maybe 4 or 5 this year.
Yeah,
this season maybe. That's not that
definitely going to be double digits if he survives. But I think.
What you going then? 2.
I went 2-1 to Spurs.
2-1.
I think Spurs, they're both going to be counteracting kind of teams. I think Spurs will realise we need to put 2 men on Mitrovic the entire game. Don't give him the ball. Don't let him even touch the ball. Make him have a horrible game.
Spurs are learning how to grind games out now, and teams that they would normally lose against, bogey teams, they're actually finding ways to win, against Forest. I've gone 3-0. I think it'd be very comfortable.
Oh, you think smashed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on to Wolves Southampton, last of the 3 o'clock games on Saturday.
Don't watch this game if you want to see lots of goals.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of goals.
I don't think Wolves have scored more than 1 goal in a game this season yet.
Southampton are weird because they'll lose and then they'll beat Chelsea. They'll lose against United and then they'll beat Chelsea. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
So chances are they'll get thrashed this against Wolves and then they'll win the next game against whoever. It's just the way they play. They're so unpredictable, which is why they've proven very difficult to predict.
What have you gone for then?
I've got 1-0 Wolves.
Yeah,
I think Wolves
same. Yeah.
I think, like you said, they don't score very much. I'll get that.
But their defence is locked tight.
Yeah.
Like Southampton versus Tottenham, that's 4-0?
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Wolves, Tottenham, 1-0.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that they both have similar sort of scoring or not scoring styles. It's going to be the fact of whoever scores first, who doesn't let one in. I mean, that's obvious, but
definitely low score in that one. Well,
for sure.
Could be wrong.
I'd like to be surprised.
Villa, Man City on the 5:30 kickoff on the Saturday.
Yeah.
You think of the goals in that one?
I think it's going to be a reenactment of end of last season.
Yes.
For sure. Man City have been, I don't know if anyone was checking, early game, they've been
conceding a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
I'd have scored two early ones before they had to kick up the arse. Aston Villa will need to score more than 2 in the first half to at least make Pep sweat.
Yeah, City are slow starters, very slow starters, and then they come back into it.
Sure.
So you need to be able to hit them hard quickly, and then be able to sit back comfortably and soak up the defence.
Lock it down.
So with Villa, really, I don't really see them winning it, to be honest.
Yeah, I
They're
think
playing well.
they'll crumble in the second half. Like, I don't know what it is about like Pep's halftime speech in the changing or dressing room. It must motivate the Man City players so much more than any other team. I've gone for a 3-2 just for that fact. Yeah. Even if it's 2-0 down to Aston Villa, they're going to absolutely smash it out.
I think. Yeah, I've gone 3-1. I think City are scoring goals for fun. Haaland scoring goals for fun. Annoyingly, he's too good.
Yeah, I'd like to see him because it's about some better defensive teams to see how well he does. Like proper strong centre backs.
Against Liverpool in the Community Shield, he didn't really have a sniff.
I mean, he just joined, so it's hard. It's hard to
it takes a while to get going.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, Brighton Leicester on the first Sunday game. What have we gone for that one?
I went 2 ways with this. Like, again, Leicester, another team that have been previously in previous seasons playing okay.
Yeah.
Playing poorly at the start of the season.
Yeah, really not got going.
Brighton have been playing well, but I think it's mainly because they've had a few easy games, to be honest. Nothing to really challenge them or to unsettle them.
The only one they had was United, and they were just bad. They got on the best day possible.
Early season, still early season. But the early few games, Man United were still trying to get on their feet. Ten Hag still trying to figure out ways how to motivate them. Looks like just telling them to run.
Yeah, I think if Brighton played United now, it wouldn't be the same.
No, for sure not. Yeah, so I still feel that Brighton's going to clinch this, or at least win with like a good home advantage. They've got good motivation and morale now to at least get 3 goals in. And
they are the draw specialists though, which is why I put them as a draw, because I feel like Leicester were really unlucky against Chelsea not to get anything out of it. They do have good strike force. Yeah, their defence is a bit. Yeah.
But Leicester were playing against 10 men and they still didn't win.
That's true.
That's not unlucky. That's playing badly.
That is true. I think it'll be a draw. I think Leicester won't want to lose again. If Leicester lose again, Rodgers is on the ropes.
We're getting to that stage for some of the teams that should be winning games, or at least not being at the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
Where the stick's going to be up their arse.
Yeah. Exactly.
And this is the week that I'll show it. So it's hard to see what's going on, or what to predict at least.
Right, so the final game on the Sunday.
Okay.
Big game, big old rivalry, Man United versus Arsenal.
Yeah, sure. I think
this was beginning of the season. You would say Arsenal all day long, but back-to-back wins for United. It's not. It's going to be a different kind of game.
Arsenal-Fulham was a tough game for Arsenal. 2-1 after smashing all of the previous teams. But then Fulham have been playing pretty well too, so that could be just an anomaly.
Well, it depends. If they win tonight,
that's right.
Then you probably would expect them to get something out of United.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are going to smash it. To be honest, I mean they're going to be Arsenal will be top 4 this season for sure.
Yeah, I
don't see how they wouldn't be unless they have some serious injuries.
What have you put then?
I've gone 3-1.
3-1. Oh, that's big.
Yeah. I mean, depends who Man United put up. To be fair, they put their captain on. They're stuffed.
Yeah, I think they've actually been playing better without Maguire and Ronaldo.
Surprise.
Last 2 games they defended really well, which is why I think it will be a draw. I think it'll be 1-1. I think it'll be close.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I could see Arsenal going ahead, and then United getting something out of it. Lots of controversy. I have a vision of it, of touchline scrambles and things like that.
I mean, it'll be a scrap. It could be very scrappy.
It normally is. It has been in the past, maybe not in recent times, but.
Interesting. Yeah, and if it does go to a 1-1, that's going to put a roadblock in Arsenal's kind of morale, or at least motivation for the next few games. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after if there's a draw.
I guess we'll see if this United streak 2 games is actually we'll find out also tomorrow night, Thursday. But I mean, if they win that, then you think maybe they can get something against Arsenal. Who knows?
Who knows indeed? I have no idea.
Anyway, that is all of the fixtures for Game Week 6. Thank you very much for Russ for coming on and joining me this week.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully you enjoyed what you liked. If you did, please subscribe and any kind of sharing. Really appreciate it. And give us a thumbs up as well, because we always love that. And we'll see you in the next Game Week. Thanks
Cheers.
so much. Cheers.